sole trader for the 2020 account. And as I would have said to you before, first thing we do is lay out our blank document and put as much information as you possibly can into it. But we just need a structure. We need to spend about 3 minutes just developing a structure. Make sure that you put the heading on it when you get started. So this is because you're actually given marks for the heading. So trading profit and losses as highway for the year ended 31st or whatever, and then the balance sheet of S highway for at a particular point in time. So at that particular moment in time, and I've just put in some of the names of current assets, current liabilities, but I haven't put any numbers in. But I know I will have creditors and debtors, so I put those kind of things in. So note number one. So note number one is always about closing stock. So stock at cost was 69,800, so I put that in. Okay. Includes water damage stock, which cost 10.6 now is net realizable value, or it's worth 15%. So my closing stock figure is 69,800 minus 85% of that of the 10,600. So that's where it's lost that value. So that figure then is 60790. So that's the new figure for closing stock. So I'm going to put that figure in, and then that same figure is going to end up going into my current assets. So closing stock, and I'm just going to copy the same number that I've just worked on. So what number was it? So 6790. So that's note number one. Note number two, again, is to do with stock, so I'll deal with that at the same time. No record made for goods in transit. So these are goods that I've bought, so I have to include them in purchases, and this is the starting figure from purchase that came from my trial balance. I have to add it to my creditors, and I'll have to add it to my closing stock. So the closing stock figure at the moment is 6790, and I'll need to find out from the figure for the goods in transit. So it shows a recommended selling price of 24,500. So the retail price is 24,500. But I need to work out what it costs, because closing stock is always valued at cost. So I'll do this in terms of percentages. So cost plus 25%. So that means 100% is our cost. Our profit is 25%. And 125% is what our retail price is. So what I need to do is, that's a mistake, so 50, okay, no. So printing error there, 24,500. No, that should not be a percentage. Okay. 24500. Okay, so I need to work out what the cost is, because that's the figure I'm looking for. So what I'll do is 24,500. I'm going to divide it by 125, and that gives me 1%. I'm going to multiply it by 100, and that gives me 100%. So that gives me, and I turn that into percentage as well. So I just fix that. So that's the number. So 19,600 is our cost. So that's going to be added on to my closing stock. So plus 19,600 equals that plus, okay, so 8390. So that's the figure then that I'm going to have to put in for my closing stock. Now I've already, in the exam, I'll already have written a number into my actual solution. So I'm going to be crossing that number off, and over to the left I'll put the correct figure in. So the new figure that I have here is that, and I just double check that number is also reflecting my current assets, so I need to change my current assets as well. I also need to increase my purchase, because I've bought more goods. I just haven't recorded the fact that those goods have come in. So that number plus the 19,600 cost, and then the creditors are going to do the same thing, 84,300 plus 19,600. So plus that, and plus the 196. Okay, so I'll put those numbers into where they should go. So the purchase figure goes there. The creditors figure That's down to current liabilities. No, wrong number. Creditors is this number here. Okay, so that's the figure goes in current liabilities.